So, I found myself in this huge mess. Someone scammed me out of more than $8,000. Most of it wasn't even my money. I borrowed a good chunk of it. A friend of mine gave me this crazy idea to get out of the situation, but unfortunately, it involved the dark web, using a method no one, probably not even the devil, could have thought of. Let me clarify. You don't need to watch my previous video to understand this one, but if you're into details, I'll leave a link to the last episode in the description and in the pinned comment. Quick recap. Last time, I shared how I got scammed by someone who offered me an online job through a platform called TikTok Shop. I ended up losing a huge amount of money, like $8,400, which is about $500,000 in my local currency. And the worst part, it wasn't just my savings. I borrowed more than half and took out a bank loan for the rest. Now don't ask, why do you do that? If you've been in my shoes, you have probably done the same. So, after everything, I was stuck. I was desperate to find anyone who could help me recover my money. That's when I came across a hacker. This guy claimed he could get all my money back, along with profits. I found him through a YouTube video and started getting to know him. The hacker explained the scammer used TikTok Shop as bait because it's a recognizable name. The guy just piggybacked on its reputation to lure people in. Anyway, the hacker said he had found a loophole in the system that allowed him to freeze payments for 10 minutes. During that window, I could withdraw all my money back. But then came the big question: how do I know you won't scam me too? He replied. And how do I know you won't keep all the money after I help you? He added, I'm not a thief. I've helped a lot of people, but who would vouch for you if I wanted to check on you? I apologized for doubting him and trying to negotiate his fee, telling him I needed the money for my grandfather's treatment. He wasn't budging. He explained, this money doesn't just go to me. I have to pay other hackers who help with the attack. Eventually, I told him I'd have the money ready within a week. At that moment, my only focus was to scrape together $1,000 or $48,000 in my currency. I had no idea how I was going to do it. On top of that, my cousin, Hassan, wouldn't stop calling me. He even showed up at my place twice, but I just pretended I wasn't home. The next morning, I decided to go to the bank to apply for another loan, but they rejected me because I hadn't finished paying off the first one. I was completely lost until my friend Shariha called to check in on me. After hearing my story, he said, why don't you just accept what's happened and move on? I snapped at him, so he backed off and asked if I was sure about the hacker. I told him I had spoken to others who got their money back through this guy, and they vouched for him. He warned, what if they're all in on it?